Captain Mullaney comes to rescue to keep Notts in the game. Captain Mullaney comes to rescue to keep Notts in the game. Nottinghamshire's attack bowled with great discipline as they fought back with the ball late in the day after Hampshire had reached 112 without loss in the afternoon. Notts struck early on the second morning when Fletcher had Holland caught behind by Moores after Hampshire had added just 7 to their overnight score. And it turned into a double blow from Fletcher when he struck again just 2 balls later, with Barker caught by Carter at slip and falling for a duck. Hampshire recovered enough to pass 300 and bring up their third batting point before Broad removed Donnell for 46, who was also caught behind by Moores. And in the next over, Fletcher claimed his third wicket of the morning as Edwards picked out Clark at extra cover to wrap up the innings on 310. A ruthless start for Notts as they picked up 4 wickets in half an hour for 22 runs to get them right back into the match. Duckett began in typical fashion in Notts' reply as he found the rope twice from Edwards' first over and scored another 4 soon after off Abbott. Slater started more sedately but also picked up an early boundary off Abbott as the pair started strongly. A bowling change did the trick for Hampshire though, as Barker removed Duckett in spectacular fashion when he uprooted his middle stump. And Slater then fell in the next over as he edged Abbott behind. Joe Clark led the recovery with consecutive 4s off Abbott before he picked up 2 more off Barker and Crane, as Notts recovered to reach 55 for 2 at lunch. Hampshire made a quick breakthrough after the interval when Nash top-edged an attempted pull off Abbott, with North East racing around to take the catch. And Nottinghamshire's batting woes looked like they were continuing when Dangerman Clark was bowled in Abbott's next over to reduce Notts to 72 for 4. Things were to get worse for the visitors as Barker returned to pin Libby in front in the very next over. Mullaney and Moores dug in, with Moores picking up 2 boundaries off an Edwards over. And they looked to be leading their side's recovery as they brought up the 50 partnership. Moores gave Crane some stick, picking up a 4 and a 6 from 1 over. The partnership had reached 79 before Moores fell to Edwards, caught behind by his opposite number Allsop. And in the next over, Barker trapped newman Fletcher LBW for just 2. It became 3 wickets in 3 overs when Broad lost his leg stump to Edwards as Notts slipped deeper into the mire before the tea break. Mullaney hung in after tea to reach his 50 as he tried to keep his side in the match. And after another period of consolidation, he went on the attack, smashing a 4 and a huge 6 off Crane, and then back-to-back 4s off Abbott to move to 70 as Notts claimed a batting point. And 2 more boundaries came up off Abbott's next over before the Notts skipper found the rope twice from Crane to move into the 90s. And Mullaney brought up his century in style with a mighty 6 off Crane. Carter fell LBW to Edwards soon after, but he'd done his job. A partnership of 80 for the 9th wicket with his captain had got his side back into the game. And the innings was brought to an abrupt conclusion just 2 balls later as Mullaney's superb innings was ended caught and bowled by Holland. The Hampshire openers were left with a tricky 6 overs to negotiate before the close, and Fletcher made the breakthrough for Notts in the 4th over as he pinned Weatherly LBW to leave Hampshire 3 for 1 at stumps. They'll pick up on day 3 with a lead of 74 and look to set an imposing target for Notts to chase.